here needs to know that's not 9 months, she wailed. I've carried your baby for 9 months and you can't even send me a birthday card. She fumbled in her purse, then pulled out an ultrasound. Had his name written across the top in Sharpie. Our baby, due in January. The elderly couple at the next table was shaking their heads at us in disgust. We're calling the police, I announced, pulling out my phone. She stumbled toward the door, then turned back, suddenly calm. Room 237 at the Riverside Motel. Ask about last Tuesday. The next morning we sat in Detective Rivera's office showing her the 3 videos I'd taken on my phone, her pen moving fast across her notepad as she wrote down every detail about the fake ultrasound with Marcus's name in black marker. She played the restaurant footage 4 times, zooming in on the ultrasound Sabrina waved around, pausing when the Sharpie writing was clearest. Rivera pulled up Sabrina's file on her computer, adding our videos to what looked like dozens of other reports, then explained that we finally had enough for harassment charges, but the fake pregnancy claim made everything way more complicated. She assigned a patrol car to drive by our house twice each day starting immediately, which made me feel both safer and more scared at the same time. At home that afternoon, Marcus completely fell apart in our bedroom, sobbing that he couldn't teach anymore if everyone thought he was some kind of predator who got a student pregnant. I held him while his whole body shook, feeling his tears soak through my shirt as he kept saying he'd worked so hard for 15 years just to have it all destroyed by a lying teenager. The phone rang at dinner and Principal Thornton's voice came through the speaker demanding Marcus take administrative leave immediately because 3 parents had called about the restaurant incident. Marcus tried explaining, but Thornton cut him off saying the union rep wasn't available until Monday, so he had no choice but to stay home starting tomorrow. I grabbed my laptop and posted in our neighborhood's private Facebook group asking if anyone else had been at the restaurant and witnessed what really happened. Within 2 hours, 6 different people commented that Sabrina's whole performance seemed totally fake and rehearsed, with one woman even saying she saw Sabrina checking her phone for timing right before standing up. That night, I couldn't sleep at all, getting up every 20 minutes to check the door locks, my heart racing every time a car drove past our house. Marcus pretended to be asleep, but I felt his muscles tense up whenever headlights swept across our bedroom window. At exactly 7 the next morning, someone pounded on our front door so hard the whole frame shook, and when I looked through the peephole, Laura Walsh was standing there waving papers and screaming that we'd destroyed her daughter's life. She kept yelling about stress complications and medical bills while I dialed 911, and Marcus grabbed his phone to record everything from the living room window. 2 police cars showed up within 10 minutes and gave Laura an official trespassing warning while Detective Rivera watched Marcus's recording on his phone. Rivera pointed out that Laura never actually said Sabrina was pregnant, just kept talking about complications, which could mean anything. My sister called from Chicago that afternoon, begging us to come stay with her for a while until this whole mess got sorted out. Marcus refused to leave our home of 12 years, saying we hadn't done anything wrong and shouldn't have to run away, which turned into our first real fight since this nightmare started. Attorney Brooks reviewed our huge folder of evidence the next day, saying we had a really strong case for defamation and stalking but needed $5,000 as a retainer to get started. I emptied our entire vacation savings account right there in her office, watching 2 years of planning for Hawaii disappear into legal fees. Brooks said she'd start working on the case right away, but warned us this could take months. We left her office feeling broke, but at least like we were doing something. The next morning, we needed groceries, so we went to Walmart early to avoid crowds. Marcus was grabbing milk when 3 teenage boys walked up to us. "Hey, that's the pedo teacher!" One of them yelled loud enough for half the store to hear. The tallest one pulled out his phone and started recording while another threw a full soda can that hit Marcus in the shoulder, exploding sticky orange liquid all over his shirt. Why would Sabrina suddenly appear at their secret picnic spot 40 minutes from town on a Thursday when she should be in school? Does she have some kind of tracking on them? Security came running, but the kids had already taken off toward the exit. The manager took us to the back office where we watched the security footage showing the kids had been filming even before they approached us, like they'd planned the whole thing. We filed a police report, but the officer just shrugged and said teenagers pull pranks all the time. Back home, Marcus sat at the kitchen table with his laptop updating his resume while I tried to work from my home office. Neither of us talked about what we both knew was happening, that we might have to leave town completely and start over somewhere else. I kept checking my phone every few minutes, unable to focus on the spreadsheet in front of me.